Hey adventurers, welcome back to Heroes Beacon. Now, Dungeons & Dragons might be the game everyone knows, but it's far from the only way to tell amazing stories at the tabletop. Today, we're taking a closer look at some incredible role-playing games that offer something different: new worlds, new rules, and a new way to play. From sci-fi survival horror to cosmic fantasy and doom metal apocalypse, these games go beyond the dungeon to deliver unforgettable experiences. Let's dive in. The first game we're going to take a look at is called Daggerheart. Daggerheart is a fantasy role-playing game of bold heroics and heartfelt choices, designed to grow with your group. It's published by Darrington Press, the game publishing arm of the hugely popular Critical Role, so you know it's packed with story-driven design and serious creative passion. One thing that makes Daggerheart stand out: the dice. You'll roll 2d12, one for hope and one for fear, a mechanic that shapes just not the outcomes, but the tone and tension at the table. The higher die determines who gains influence over the story, either the player with hope or the GM with fear. Daggerheart also uses a gorgeous card system to build your character and keep evolving them as the story unfolds. Ancestry and community cards shape your character's background and cultural identity. Subclass and domain cards give you your abilities and spells, defining how you play and grow over time. It's intuitive, flexible, and full of personality, making character creation feel creative and fun from the start. And whether you're a first-time GM or veteran storyteller, the core rulebook is packed with guidance, examples, and ready-to-play encounters to get you started. Face off against wild adversaries like the immortal crab of Soul-Sunk Sea, or dive into courtly intrigue in a Baron's Keep. Whatever story you want to tell, Daggerheart has the tools to make it epic. More than just combat and treasure, this is a game about choices, consequences, and shared stories that stay with you long after the dice stop rolling. Next, we're diving into a brand new tabletop RPG set in the universe of Brandon Sanderson's epic fantasy novels, the Cosmere Role-Playing Game from Brotherwise Games. Whether you're a fan of Mistborn, Stormlight Archives, or both, this game lets you bring Sanderson's world to life right at your table. This is a living RPG designed to grow alongside the Cosmere, starting with Stormlight Archive and Mistborn and expanding as new books are released. Whether you're a longtime fan of Roshar or totally new to the Investiture and the Shardblades, the Cosmir RPG gives you the tools to tell your own story right inside Sanderson's worlds. You'll build characters using a flexible path system instead of traditional classes. Choose from roles like Warrior, Envoy, or Scholar, and customize your background and heroic path to match your story. The system uses a pool of d6s for actions, based on your attributes and skills. It's easy to learn, but offers deep tools like the plot die, focus, and fast or slow turns in combat. Combat in the Cosmere RPG isn't about crunching numbers, it's about making cinematic choices that fit the story. And whether you're dueling in a shard-played arena or navigating tense diplomacy in Azir, the rules support both action and drama. You'll want both the Stormlight Handbook and the Stormlight World Guide to get the full experience. The handbook covers everything from character creation to rules for combat and roleplay. The World Guide adds the deep lore of Roshar, maps, adversaries, cultures, and locations, so your adventures feel truly rooted in the setting. You can run games almost anywhere in the world of Roshar, from bustling cities to the mysterious cognitive realm, and challenge your group with threats both physical and magical. And if you love adding miniatures to your campaign, there's a growing line of figures, heroes, monsters, and more available in pre-painted, unpainted, and even 3D printable formats. A new era is dawning in the world of Roshar, and this time, you get to shape it. Next, we're stepping into the world of another role-playing game based on the works of a famous author, J.R.R. Tolkien, with the One Ring, Overhill, and Underhill starter set from Freely Publishing. Whether you're a fan of The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, or just curious about Middle-earth, this is a perfect starting point. This beautifully crafted set transports you to Eredor, an ancient land between the Misty Mountains and the Shire where darkness stirs once again. As part of a small company of heroes, you'll explore the wild North Downs and face threats hiding in forgotten ruins and houseless hills. The starter box includes everything you need to start playing: condensed and easy-to-learn rules for combat, exploration, and encounters, a full-length adventure, Overhill and Underhill, a tutorial-friendly mini-adventure, The Star of the Mist, 5 illustrated pre-generated characters, a full-color map of Eredor, cardboard stand-ups for heroes and foes, and custom dice featuring Gandalf's Rune and the Eye of Sauron. This beginner-friendly experience is built in the second edition of the One Ring with updated rules, a bold new visual style, and a focus on storytelling in the lands of Eredor. Combat is more tactical, journeys are faster to run, and the Eye of Mordor looms over your company. serving as a shared shadow mechanic that tracks the group's growing exposure to the darkness. Players balance hope and shadow, inspiring their friends one moment and struggling with inner corruption the next. Madness, fatigue, and moral choices all play a role in how your story unfolds. You'll face adversaries like orcs, trolls, and nameless things from the deep. Discover legendary weapons and gain support of powerful patrons like Elrond and Gandalf. And when you're ready to continue your journey, this set works seamlessly with the full One Ring 2nd Edition core book, so you can expand your world as your company grows. As Tolkien said, not all of those who wander are lost, but every adventure begins with a single step. Next, we're heading to deep space with Alien the Role-Playing Game Evolved Edition, where survival isn't guaranteed and the shadows are always moving. Set in the terrifying world of Ridley Scott's Alien universe, this game drops you into a brutal future where corporations run the stars, androids have agendas, and something terrifying stalks the dark. This is a story-first RPG with rules designed to keep the action tense, the horror sharp, and the decisions meaningful. You'll roll dice pools based on your skills and gear. Success means you'll live to see another minute, but stress builds fast, and panic spreads even faster. When things go sideways, your character might scream, freeze, or even put everyone in danger. Every moment becomes a test of nerve and teamwork. You'll scavenge for gear, make hard choices, and fight or flee from the threats you may not fully understand. From zero-G environments to tactical cover, the rules make every decision feel deadly. New to the game, start with the Alien Starter Set. It includes pre-generated characters, custom dice and tokens, full-color maps, a detailed xenomorph miniature, and the adventure Hope's Last Day, set just before the fall of Hadley's Hope. For a cinematic experience, check out Rapture Protocol, a one-shot adventure where a supply run of Jeremiah 6 turns into a nightmare. Secrets unravel, tensions are high, and survival is anything but guaranteed. This is the first chapter in the upcoming Jeremiah saga, and it sets the tone for everything that comes next. The Evolved Edition also brings in weapons, ships, and locations from Alien Romulus, including the mining colony of Jackson Star. Whether you're an android with secrets, a worn-out marine, or just trying to keep your air supply from hitting zero, the Alien role-playing game drops you into the middle of a sci-fi horror story where your choices matter and survival is never guaranteed. The Evolved Core Rulebook, Starter Set, and Rapture Protocol will be available soon. Place your pre-orders now. If you're curious to know what else is out there beyond Dungeons & Dragons, there's a few other games we think you'll love. First up is Vaesen. Step into the 19th century Scandinavia where creatures from myth and folklore haunt the countryside. Investigate chilling mysteries and face eerie horrors drawn straight from Nordic legends. Then there's Blades in the Dark. You're a crew of daring scoundrels pulling heists in a haunted gas lamp city. Flashbacks, rival gangs, supernatural entanglements. This game plays like a gritty crime drama with ghosts. And finally, Morkborg, a doom-soaked, rules-light fantasy RPG that's as much a metal album as it is a game. Wild, fast, and brutal, it's perfect if you want something chaotic and unforgettable. Whether you're into myth, madness, or mayhem, there's a tabletop world waiting for you. Ask about these games and more the next time you stop into the store.